Right, let's get one thing straight. 9 out of 10 construction projects go over budget. 9 out of 10. That is not a statistic you can ignore. It is a disaster. It is a sign that something is fundamentally broken in how we plan and build. Imagine 9 out of 10 schedules slipping before month 2. Most firms would face serious fallout. You would be furious. Yet, in construction, this level of failure has become almost normal. It is an accepted risk, a line item for contingency that gets blown to pieces before the concrete is even dry. It is pathetic. Why does this happen? Why do so many projects, run by supposedly smart people, hemorrhage cash like a badly butchered steak? It is not one single dramatic failure. It is rarely one big explosion. It is a death by 1,000 cuts. Small, seemingly minor mistakes, miscalculations, mishaps. They pile up until the financial foundation cracks. This is not about bad luck. A construction project is a beast with many heads. It is a complex machine with thousands of moving parts. Design team, architects dreaming up the vision, engineers, suppliers, steel beams, door handles, subcontractors, electricians, plumbers, painters. Your own labor, swinging the hammers, pouring the concrete. Each one of these elements is a variable. Each one is a potential point of failure. Think about it like a complex crew: site leads, trades, logistics. If a supplier delivers substandard steel, the whole build is compromised. If a junior misreads drawings, work slows down. If the site lead is not watching every task, chaos erupts. A construction site is 1,000 times more complex. A delay in a steel delivery can halt 50 workers. A poorly drawn blueprint puts a wall in the wrong place. Then it gets torn down and rebuilt. The schedule is the ticking clock that rules everything. Every day the site is open, you are burning money. Security, equipment rental, project managers, insurance. Overhead that never sleeps. When one part breaks, it ripples through everything. It is a chain reaction, and every link costs cold, hard cash. Let me paint you a picture. It is a simple one. A contractor, a decent one, wins a job, a commercial office fit out. The contract value is a nice, round £1.5 million. He does his homework. He crunches the numbers. He calculates materials, his team, his subcontractors. Total cost, £1.38 million. Planned profit, £120,000. A healthy 8% margin. He signs, shakes hands, gets ready to start. On paper, brilliant. But construction does not happen on paper. It happens in the real, messy world. 2 weeks in, the client wants more expensive glass for partitions. That is the first hit. Global issues spike timber flooring by 15%. Second hit. Planned specialists are booked out. A different, more expensive firm keeps schedule. Third hit. Then the weather turns. A week of rain slows deliveries and prep. 5 extra days of overhead. More cost, no progress. A drawing mix-up forces rework. More labour, more materials, more delay. None alone are huge. They are typical, everyday site problems. By the end, 3 weeks late, the final bill is tallied. The changes, hikes, expensive sub, weather delay, rework, all added up. The cost is not 1.38, it has risen to 1.65, an extra $270,000 over the original tender cost budget. The $120,000 profit? Gone. Now he is $150,000 out of pocket. That is how quickly it happens. Now for the main course. Let's name the villains. These are the 7 most common, most destructive budget killers. They are not complicated, they are simple, brutal, and they will gut your project if you let them. First, design changes. The client has a new idea. The architect adds a tweak. Every change costs you new materials, extra labour, and paperwork time. Each change order is a paper cut that bleeds your margin. Second, poor estimating, a self-inflicted wound. It is starting the race with your shoelaces tied together. Rush it, use bad data, forget waste, or overestimate productivity, and you have set yourself up for failure. You promised to deliver a 1.5 million project for 1.4. Lost before the first nail. A bad estimate poisons day one. Third, material price inflation. Steel at 800 jumps to 950. Whose pocket? Yours. Unless your contract is rock solid, you absorb it. Markets, shortages, shipping, outside your control, inside your P&L. No contingency is like going to sea without a life raft. Naive, dangerous. Fourth, labour shortages. Need 5, have 3. Pay expensive agency staff or overtime. Both shred your labour budget, slow the project and escalate costs. A double whammy. Number 5, project delays. Every day of delay is overhead without progress, and penalties can pile on. Number 6, poor communication. Sounds soft, hits hard. Rework, mistakes, build it wrong, build it again. Number 7, weak cost monitoring. Set a budget and never taste the sauce. By the time you see a 20% concrete overrun, the pour is done. Flying blind adds up to a horrifying final bill. And here is the lesson. The danger is not one problem in isolation. It is when they happen together. A design change causes a delay, made worse by a labour shortage, and weak cost monitoring hides the damage until it is too late. They feed off each other. It is a domino effect. One triggers another, cascading into costs that overwhelm even careful plans. That is how profit turns to dust. Time is money. Every delayed day is security, rentals, fencing, facilities, all burning cash. Poor communication births rework. Materials wasted. Hours gone. Weak monitoring lets small overspends multiply into a monster. The stakes are high. A small error can cascade into a budget-destroying catastrophe. That is the battlefield you are on every single day. The difference between profit and a train wreck is not rocket science. It is mastering the basics and sticking to a plan. So, how do you stop this nightmare? You do not need a PhD in finance. You need discipline. You need a process. You need to be tough and proactive. Get planning right. Bulletproof estimates. Use up-to-date data. Double-check quantities. Speak to key subs before you price. Build a realistic, calculated contingency for volatility. Manage the client. Rock-solid change orders. In writing every single time. No signature, no change. It protects you, sets expectations, and preserves control. Become obsessed with costs. Track weekly, not monthly. Every Monday, know exactly where you stand. How much on labour last week versus budget? Materials to date? Are we ahead or behind? Use a simple spreadsheet or software, whatever gives an honest snapshot. See a small overrun? Jump on it. Find out why. Fix it. Build your A-team. Do not hire the cheapest. Hire the most reliable, communicative, punctual, quality-driven subs. Communicate constantly. Meet weekly. Clarity prevents rework and delay. A well-run site is a profitable site. Big lesson. Catastrophic overruns come from 100 small failures. Undisciplined changes, delays, price spikes, rework. Control each small problem decisively. The core is discipline, detailed estimates, strict change orders, weekly cost tracking, clear communication. Stop making excuses. Hope is not a strategy. You need a system. Tools subscribe below for more great videos.